So, BT13 Alphamon, let's get into it. As you can see, we're running 4 of the Digimon egg. Why would you not? When something gets tucked into its sources, draw a card. Get the fluff off my cards. Very nice. You're going to want to use that in conjunction with the lovely 4 of Digimons. I'm slowly building the alternate arts up, by the way. We have 4 of the BT7 Digimons. Obviously it's on play, searching the top 3 cards for a card with X-Antibody and traits and Kota. But not only that, it's inheritable. When one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, gain 1 memory. Not only that, the Digimon sees himself go under as well, so you can use that to your advantage. Speaking of BT7 cards, not even BT7, this dude's from BT8. Rudamon, we're bringing him back. He searches out the UGs for us. Now, Digimon, the reason we run him at a 4 of is because of that memory gain. Ruda, unfortunately Decoy isn't that great, honestly, for Alphamon. Let's get the light shining off. Decoy, not that great for Alphamon at the moment, because we're kind of just focusing on OTK. There's not really anything to defend, and even then, you've got your level 4 blocker. So what's the point, really? It's a little bit rough in that sense, but that's the reason why we're running 4 Doru, 3 Ryuda. Not only that, he searches our UG, searches another piece, searches what you need. Now, speaking of searching, unfortunately, one of the unsearchable cards in this deck is the 3 of Sunraizamon. I'm in love with this card. Not only that, it's inheritable, which you can use on top of the egg, nice and easy, is if this Digimon has 13,000 or more DP, gain security attack +1. We're using that as the substitute for the card that Bandai stopped us from playing, basically. On top of that, your turn, when he's just on the board, if a Digimon with 13,000 or more attacks, it gains piercing. Very nice. Those are our level 3s. Running 4-3-3. You could potentially add more if you so wanted, but I feel like that's the best stack we can go for here. Now, as I said, we're running, this is me personally, we're running 4 of the BT7 Digimon. That is stock participant, not even regional participant from a couple of years ago. And while you have another Digimon with X-Antibody and its traits, or a card with X-Antibody and its traits in this Digivolution source, you gain blocker. Not only that, you're inheritable, gain 1,000. Very strong, and it's only getting stronger because another card is the new BT13 Digimon. That also gives plus 1,000. Now this is a 4-drop, 5k instead. Not that bad, but honestly, running the old Digimon, very nice. And to round off our level 4s, of course, we're running Dex Digimon. This absolutely stunning card. When you can evolve for 0 over a Digimon, so you just go for 0 over this. And when you do, not only do you gain blocker and retaliation for the turn, so you're continuing on the block, but it's carried up into the high levels. You can also trash 1 card with Dex or Death X or X-Antibody in traits to gain a memory. So that is a +1 evolution. Very strong. And what's even better, you can run Cool Boys and you go +2 basically on a 0 evolution. An absolutely stunner of a level 4. Now, we're getting into the meat and potatoes here. We'll play the one of the card that Bandai will let us play. This card is too strong apparently. But, yeah. Dex, this isn't Dex, this is Dorugraymon. Dorugraymon. When Digivolving and replace 1 card with X-Antibody and traits under this stack, cannot have its DP reduced and it prevents it from being deleted. Amazing. Absolute, like I said, stunner of a card. Especially into the Shine Grey matchup these days. But his inheritable is what got him limited to 1, while you have X-Antibody and traits, security attack +1. Beautiful card though, I must say. What we're going to do is we're going to pair that with 3 of the new Dorogreymon from BT13. We're going to pair that with 3. His when Digivolving is basically the same, except he doesn't have deletion prevention. And his inheritable, you may place 1 card, at the end of your turn, you may place 1 card with X-Antibody traits into the stack. Very strong, especially if you're going into Ryuken, or just looking to try and reduce your opponent's memory by potentially stacking a Dorumon, like we discussed earlier. And to round off the level 5s, we'll run 3 of the Dex Dorogreymon. Now originally we only used to run 1 while we were running the Greymon and everything. That's because we didn't have a Dorogreymon to really suit back in the day. So now we've got more Dorogreymons, we're going to run 3 of the Dex Doru. And it's 1 cost over a Dorogreymon. Works the same way as the Dex Dorugumon, so you can trash 1 card with X-Antibody and traits to gain a memory. But his other when Digivolving, if you have Dorogray in the stack, you may pop one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Strong, very strong. Not only that, you're also going neutral as long as you trash an X-Antibody card. And oh wait, all but the Sunriser basically have X-Antibody and traits, as well as the Tamer and the options, but that's by the by. So, looking at 6s, I like to run 1 of the old, what is it, BT9 Alphamon, the D-Digivolve one. You can still stack from your trash, but you're also just D-Digivolving one of your opponent's Digimon. No other effects, it is a 3-cost evolution. Very nice. Not much else to talk about there. Just a lovely card to tack in. And that is, instead of running the 4 of the new Alphamon, we're going to be running 3 of the new Alphamon. His effects are too wild to miss out on. His on-play when Digivolving, you're most likely going to when Digivolve here. Place 1 card from your trash with X-Antibody traits under this stack, X-Antibody or Royal Knights, apologies, into the stack, and your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 10 or higher cannot attack until the end of their turn. Not only that, but his all turns, once per turn, when an effect would remove this Digimon from the battle area, return 1 card with X-Antibody trait or Royal Knight trait from the stack to prevent the removal. Now, this stops things like Arrestodramon Superior Mode, Straight Deletion by Gaia Force, Cocytus Breath. This stops... It's not Flame Hellscythe, the other one. Chaos Degrade. I always get the two mixed up. It stops everything. The only thing that it doesn't stop, unfortunately, is by battle, so this deck literally folds to green and it breaks my heart. But again, I can't complain, we have protection against basically everything else. Again, also DP reduction obviously doesn't protect against, but, well, it would, but it carries through. So to wrap up our 6s, I am personally playing 3 Oriyumon. Now this is very, 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 not contradictive, what's the word? Very heavily debated by, oh, I've dropped everything on the floor, by me and a couple of friends. You can play the 4th, but I personally am just playing 3, and I feel like it's enough. I managed to OTK somebody with only 2 the other day. So, it is possible with 3. The 4 obviously gives you the guarantee that you'll see them more, but in my opinion, 3 is the most optimal. Again, this is just my opinion, don't take it verbatim. There's a lot better Alphamon players who have been playing a lot longer than me that will tell you that 4 is the way to go. Finally, to wrap off the Digimon, 2 Oryuken. Why would you not run this card? This card is amazing. Delete all opponents' Digimon with the highest play cost, and at the end of your turn, make it your turn again. That's literally it. Like, deck funny, deck plays itself, plus you can go for 3 on top of the on top of an Alphamon that has Oriyumon underneath. Not only that, we're running 2 X-Antibodies for free stack additions, another card that you can bottom deck to get 1 memory. It allows you to evolve into Oryuken or Alphamon for free, for free, for easy sake. But honestly, X-Antibody. I only run 2 of. I don't think you need any more. Black memory boost for black memory boost's sake. Everything in this deck is black. It needs searching. It also gets you memory. No reason to explain these days. Everybody knows what black memory boost does. Finally, I run 3 Congo. This deck has a lovely thing with the new Alphamon of you must be this tall, but not this small to ride. So basically, you Digivolve into the Alphamon, the new Alphamon. Nothing over 10 play cost can attack. Can attack you directly this turn. Oh, that's fine. Okay, you're going to Rookie Rush me? Congo says no, because Congo, any Digimon that is a 7 play cost or less cannot attack you directly, nor can your opponent have any security cards added to their security stack. Strong card, very funny, and if they hit it in security, it stops any further Rookie Rush that they might have. I run 3 of that just because I like being protected. Finally, moving on to the Tamers, we run one of the Kota. He's a nice memory setter. If you get him down for 4, then it's very worth, but his on play also searches the top 4 pieces of your deck and adds one of your pieces. No arguments there. He's just a nice generic memory setter. We then run 3 Yugis. Yugi is what will allow you to push further with the deck and potentially even be the winning condition. Yugi allows you to put 1 card from your hand that has X-Antibody its traits under the stack when you're attacking. Now, you're more than likely going to have the Alphamon stack, and you're going to want to be loading your Oriyumon, because Oriyumon's end of attack, his inheritance, if this Digimon has Alphamon in its name, unsuspend it. Combine that with all the security attacks that we discussed earlier. That's why Alphamon can be an OTK deck. It's tougher than it used to be, 100%, but now it's still quite strong. But I'm running 3 Yugis. Optimal. Not only that, Yugi allows you to gain 1 memory and draw 1 when you promote an X-Antibody card. The only card that doesn't do that is Sunraizamon, like we've discussed the entire time. So let's not worry about that. And the final card in the deck is 4 Callboy. This card funny. This card will win you everything. Basically, if you go into Dexdoruga or Dexdoru too many Ds, you gain a memory and draw 1. So, as I said earlier, with the Dexdorugamon, you're turning that, where is he? You're turning that 0 evolution, you're gaining 1. If you have 2 Callboys down, you're going +3 off of a 0 evolution. With Blocker Retaliation, and you're going +2 hand power. Absolutely insane card. Would I change it if you don't have access to Callboy? Potentially. I'd look at adding a 4th Yugi, maybe turn 1 into the 4th sword, Oriyumon, and maybe even look to potentially add in that 4th Alphamon. But you're just adding more pieces for pieces' sake at that point. You could add God's Breath, or is it God's Breath? Something like that. Or even you could look to add your hybrids for game.